Hi everybody, how's it going? Thanks for watching. If you haven't before and you're interested in trying dairy products made directly with milk from our cows, my sister and brother-in-law, they have an on-farm creamery about 3 miles east of us, and they process some of our milk and they make Gouda cheese or Gouda kaas, Dutch style cheese, cheddar cheese curds, gelato, which is an Italian style ice cream, and they bottle milk, so whole pasteurized, non-homogenized milk, chocolate milk, and then a drinkable yogurt. If you want to try any of those products, they have a website, CREAMERY.com. It's in the description, I think. And then they have an on-farm store, a store in Fargo, and they deliver to, I don't think it's 10 or 11 or 12 cities throughout North Dakota, typically once a month. So check that out. They make some really good tasting products, and you can also ship the cheese and the gelato right to your door. We probably the last month and a half, we've been working on a lot of repairs, maintenance on manure auger, curtains, just any kind of work that we can do here, the fans, just waiting for things to dry up a little bit so we can get into the field and do some work there. We had an inch of rain here, just a little under an inch of rain 2 days ago. It was just starting to dry out at that point to where we might be able to get into the field, but we're a little wet here again. It's Wednesday today. We're going to have some warm temperatures this weekend, and it looks like it's supposed to stay warm after that, so we'll see. Maybe next week we can get into the field, do some rock picking, get some crops planted, because we really haven't done anything yet. Not much has happened in our area yet, just been too wet and too cold, but that's gonna change pretty quick here. It was actually 25 degrees yesterday morning, and then we're gonna hit almost 80 on Sunday, so it's quite a change. I'll show you guys what we're working on here. I just got back from our local lumber yard. I picked up some lumber, some 2x4 treated in 4 different lengths. So you might have seen us working on this I think it would have been last fall. We're on the outside of the barn here, so these are milking cows. And on the bottom here, there's 2x4s treated right here that the curtain is mounted to. And there's a few spots that have been rotted away, so we've been kind of working at that here the last week or so. I think I've probably made like 20 trips to our lumber yard for wood every time. You don't really know what it looks like until you strip. You can kind of tell without stripping the curtains off, but once you strip those curtains off, you can really tell if it needs to be replaced or not. So I've been getting them as we've been working on this here. So it's nice that we're close to town and we have a lumber yard that's got quite a few options of wood. But here you can see we've stripped the bottom off. This wood is still okay, or at least in this spot it is. And then we're putting a new 2x4 up against it here, and then we can remount this on there. So tie the curtain up, pull all the metal off. Here are these 2x4s, and some of them don't look too bad, but like this one here, I can push my finger into that wood. So the problem is, particularly on the side of the barn where it doesn't get any sun, it never gets a chance to dry out, and over time, even though it's treated wood, it just rots away. And actually worked out really good. We've been kind of looking for jobs to do, and this has been a pretty good job here to keep our guys busy here. And it's something that needed to be done at some point anyways. Maybe some of these didn't need to be done right this year, but rather get it done now so that we don't have to worry about those curtains coming off or falling off. And get things back in working order like they should be. It's the next day here. I'm in our heifer barn. We need to move some heifers today. So every year we have 4-H kids from our local 4-H club. They come on our farm in the springtime. They pick out their own heifers. They will groom them, halter train them, and then they will show them at the local county fair, and some of them will actually take them to the state fair. And we need to move those heifers that they have picked. They picked them here last weekend, and they'd like to get going on working with the calves. So we need to find these calves, move them to a separate pen, and yeah, give those kids access to those calves so they can easily come and go as they please, because they come on their own time, not scheduled with us. They just come when they want, as much as they want. We'll be putting the calves in the first pen on this side here, so we need to make that pen empty. And what we're going to do here for today is we're just going to add one calf to each one of these pens down the line, and that's going to get us really close to emptying that pen out. We might end up putting maybe 2 calves in these last 3 pens here. And then I'll adjust that next time we move heifers, just so that the pens on either side of the feed alley match up. But I was going to start looking for some of these calves in these straw pens. Jose Luis, Brian, and Josue will be here in a minute. They were just working on curtains, and I told them I want to get this done here this afternoon, get these calves moved. So they're going to come help me get these calves moved. We do have some older heifers as well, some bred heifers that are in the freestall pens, but the majority of them are in these straw pens here, probably on either side. So that's what we're working on here this afternoon. We had the heifers here last year as well, and that worked out really good. So we'll take these 2 panels off. There's 2 bolts here, and we can slide them out on that side, and then we've got a piece of wood that will bolt across the front. These heifers that will be going in here, their heads are too big to fit in these slant bars. So there'll be heifers from like 4 months old all the way up to, there's a couple of pregnant heifers that are 14, 15 months old. They'll all be together in this pen, which is not super ideal, but it's the only real good way to be able to separate these calves easily, so that the kids have the ability to get them out of the pen easily. And then there are 2 younger ones that we are going to put outside in a group hutch. Refugio is cleaning that hutch here at the moment. He's going to bring it over here. We'll put some straw in there, and then we'll bring those 2 calves over here. But while they're sorting those calves off, I'm going to unbolt these 2 gates here and get that wood in place, or at least bring it up over here. I'll need some help to lift it up, but we'll get these 2 panels off here. I went to go help put a bearing on our feed wagon on the PTO shaft, and Jose Luis, Brian, and Osway moved the heifers. Here they are. These are 9 out of the 11. The other 2 will be going outside, but 9 out of the 11 heifers that'll be going to the Foster County Fair here in about 2-ish months or so. A few red ones, 3 red ones. No brown Swiss this year. I feel like there's been a at least one brown Swiss just about every year, but no brown Swiss this year. They picked some nice heifers. Oh, it's Friday evening. Eli's with me here. These are the last 2 calves we have to move. We have them moved over here. I don't know if they'll like those, Eli. You have to hold your hand still. She'll come to you. A little bit lower, Eli. A little bit, no, lower. Go 1 bar lower. Eli, put your hand through here. Then she can see it. There you go. Okay, now just hold still. Maybe she's not hungry. Should we look at the calves inside? I think we'll end the video here. If you guys have questions, comments, post them down below, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.